Suhail said, Suresh Kalmadi said in the closing ceremony yesterday that the aftertaste of this will last for a long time. I'm sure he meant something else.
I hope he did, because, no, look, let's give the devil his due. The games were superb. You know, the security, the efficiency, the effectiveness was outstanding. But here's my point. When we know we can do it well, why do we take so long to do something? A. B. Why must we endure shame before we actually glorify ourselves in front of the world? You didn't need what happened prior to the games. It could have all been avoided. I can understand if there was a natural calamity. I can understand if things had really gone all right at the last minute. I think to blame Kalmadi alone also would be stupid. I think the whole governance model needs to stand up and be counted. The Prime Minister, with his integrity, with his credibility, could have stepped into the fray long ago. We all knew that there was going to be a mess, but we basked in the fact that we are Indians, we can always pull it off, we can always treat this as an Indian wedding.
But the world do you think we're going to forget about all of that now that it's been done?
Can I tell you what will happen? And, you know, I have to say this, people will accuse me of being negative or cynicism. The tragedy is that if you're cynical and if you're positive, these are good things. The worst is if you're indifferent. If nothing happens today, post this, the Indian common citizen will become indifferent to the governance model of this country. That is something we must avoid. Like we must avoid the negativity as well. So here's what I would expect. The Prime Minister or Mrs. Gandhi, and I have faith in both, to step in and actually say that, look, A, B, C, D, E messed up. This is demonstrable punishment. Whether they need to go to jail, censured, whatever. The common man will respect them. And he will respect India's democracy and India's governance. That is what we must do. And that will send out a signal to the world that India is not a banana republic and we're ready for business.
Mr. Ashwini Kumar, the big fear is that, as Suhail said, that there might not be demonstrable action taking place. I mean, are we going to see action from the government, from the party? Mr. Suresh Kalmadi is also an MP.
Well, I think there's no reason for us to assume that there will be no action. I think everyone who has to be accountable for wrongdoing, if he's proved to be guilty, must be hauled up, must be called to account, irrespective of who is. That has been made very clear by Mrs. Gandhi when she spoke to the Congress Parliamentary Party. It has been made amply clear by the Prime Minister. But having said that, Nidhi, I think this should be the moment for us to revel and rejoice in what India has shown to the world. We have demonstrated the capacity to host a world-class event comparable to the best in the world. We have seen a lot of negativity surrounding the Commonwealth Games. I'm not saying all of it has been without a reason, but I am convinced in my mind that it was blown way out of proportion, and I'm not going to blame anyone. Having said that, can't we, as Suhail made the point, that do we have to endure shame before we enjoy our glory? My point is a bit different. I'm saying, must we dilute a sense of accomplishment as a nation by thinking back of what could have been but was not there?